Hey guys, and welcome back to our White Tigers Rising series here with the Truro City Football Club. We are here in mid-September on the day of the Luton Town match, and as you can see, we are currently sitting 6th, 11 points in 6 games. We've been on a bit of a tear this month. I have to say, generally, pretty pleased with how things are going. We have a great defensive record. We're finally starting to step things up a little bit in the offensive end of things. I think we've got the tactic balanced out a bit, which is really nice. I think this is allowing us to kind of put a little more pressure. We're scoring a little bit more. So overall, I'm pretty pleased with how things are rolling. So let's just jump in. Take a quick look at the squad. So goals, Francis Hudson is leading the way with 4 goals in 6 appearances in the league, and then a smattering of other ones. You'll see in the highlights Fraser Bishop has finally scored, and the kick-ass goal he put in there. Assists, Hudson again is leading the assist chart. I'm super happy with him as a pickup. He's falling into a nice role as that second striker, and I'm really happy with how he's been playing. Simon Ray is beasting it up with 2 Men of the Match awards, and then Martin Lynch, who's just coming back from international duty. Francis Hudson, Simon Ray, Jack Everest, Daniel Price. These guys are all kind of Fraser Bishop. These guys are all beasting it. Robson, Holmes coming back. So we got a bunch of guys out there who are absolutely beasting it on this. So overall, pretty happy with how the squad's doing, so stay tuned. I'll see you guys in the highlights, and then we will do the Luton Town game live. Okay, guys, first game of the block here was Capital One Cup, second round, at home, Bricklin Park, against Aston Villa, and we went down. Not a real surprise. They're just better than us. So Adrian opens things up. Of course, off a corner. Got a figure. Right place, right time. Buries that in the back of the net. Irritating that it's off of the corner, but Brower gets the first to his brace in the 60th minute. Again, sort of set piece off a set piece here. Adrian making things happen. And we're down 2-0. And then just for good measure, Bauer polishes off his brace in the 77th minute. Again, who's at the heart of all the action, but Adrian finds Kynes, finds Bauer, who gets it in there, nothing but net. They're a better side. They're just going to be a bigger, better team than us. They're 2 divisions above. They played a bit of a rotated side, but still just a better squad overall. Not super disappointed to be out of that competition. His success never really in the cards. We made a few bucks out of it. We've moved on. Pretty happy that we got that out of the schedule. So that's it for this one, and I'll see you for the first of 2 Port Vale games. Okay, so this is the league game against Port Vale from Bricklin Park. A nice crowd in the audience, almost 3,000 people here to watch us. And we just beat the pieces out of these guys. Finally, we're getting one over on these guys. The squad came out, played fantastically. We dominated them across every aspect of the ball. Really not a whole lot more to say beyond that. So Francis Hudson, who's been dynamite for us, gets the scoring open here in the 28th minute. Knight from his center defensive mid position finds Hudson, gets a couple of spaces around, buys himself a little room, buries it in the side netting there. So a really nice goal to get things opened up. We felt very comfortable, but Jack Everest gets one in the 31st minute. Hudson again has his hand in the mix, finds Everest, gets a couple of spaces, gets himself in a little bit of room, off the keeper's hands, into the back of the net, and we just didn't look back. From there on, we just dominated them, which gives us tons and tons of confidence going into the next highlight, which was Johnson's Paint Trophy, first round, against, again, Port Vale. Okay, guys, so if once isn't good, twice is better. Much smaller crowd here today for the Johnson's Paint Trophy first round matchup here against Port Vale. More even game. I think a little bit on the legs. Rivaldi Ridvan rather gets himself. I don't know why I want to call him Rivaldi. Ridvan Balci gets himself injured in this one. He's out for a month with a twisted knee, which doesn't help any. Trent Alexander-Arnold decided to get all bitchy after this one, but Francis Hudson gets himself on the score sheet at the end here in the 90 plus 2 minute. Balci doing what he do best, gets it to Hudson, puts it in, and we get what we need to keep going in the Johnson's Paint Trophy. So we drew Bristol Rovers. We'll look at that one later. I think we're playing a double again for good measure. So that's it for Port Vale, and I will see you for the last highlight in the Swindon game. Okay, guys, so here for Swindon, and the good times keep on rolling. The strikers are starting to hook up and click on all cylinders up front for us. So again, a good performance, a lot of long shots. We didn't allow a lot on target. We clean sheeted them again. Francis Hudson, good interception by Sweeney, finds Durnley, finds Ray, finds Bishop, sneaks it through to Hudson, buries it in the near post, and we're up 1-0 and playing just really nicely at this point. And then the wonder goal. I think this is probably the most impressive goal of the series so far. Let me know if you think the same or you disagree. Fraser Bishop opens his account for the club. Robson to Hudson, loops it over, and then blasts it in the back of the net. We are going to watch that one again. Let me just see here. We need to watch that one again, and you need to see it in 3D. Let's see if the main stand will do it. You know what? Let's go. Is there a director TV here? Hold on. Let's do this. And I will play you this highlight because you need to watch this. So Everest to Robson. Hudson loops it over the top. Boom! On the volley. Back of the net. Beauty stuff. So that's it for the highlights, guys, and I will see you back for the live com. Okay, guys, so we are back for the Luton Town live com. So as you can see, we've had a pretty good month. Our only real drop was to Aston Villa in the Capital One Cup. Not all that upset that I got whomped by a Premier League side 3-0. I think we played pretty well. But 2 wins over Port Vale, 1 in the Cup, 1 in the league, a draw with Bradford City, and a beating of Swindon pretty handily makes me feel pretty comfortable. Let's go. We want Martin Lynch back out there. Borthwick Jackson on the bench. I want to give... Trent Alexander's giving me a bunch of shit, and I think we're going to get rid of him in... we're going to end up getting rid of him. You know, as we get into the next transfer window. So I think what's going to end up happening is I'd like to see if we can get Carl some game time, get him some experience, get him feeling better, and then we will be less inclined to be negatively affected here when Trent inevitably leaves. So hopefully we can actually cash in. Kind of miffed that, one of our better players, he got all pissed off because he said, he wanted me to strengthen the side after we lost Sweeney. I think I got a much better player in, or when we lost our left back, I think I got a much better left back in as a replacement in Martin Lynch, as a low knee replacement. A lot less crap to deal with out there. He's a lot more consistent, and he's not a yellow card freak, which makes me way happier. So I think we did a pretty decent job strengthening the squad in that sense. We're up decently high in the league right now. Okay, fine, we're 6 games into the league, so it's not like it's February here, but I think we did a pretty good job strengthening the squad so far. We've simplified the tactic. Things are starting to come together, which I'm pretty happy with overall. So I don't think he really has a big place to complain. But he doesn't want a new contract. He doesn't want to be with us. He's bent out of shape. So I'm going to try and cash in on him in the winter. Fleetwood are interested. I want to see if I can at least get his value out of him in that window. And like I said, in order to pull that action off, ooh, nobody making the run. In order to pull that action off, I want to. I'm going to try and get Carl some game time. Hopefully, we can start making some consistent game time. Will help him start to realize some of his potential, which makes me less inclined to be. What the hell was that? Which makes me less inclined to be all that upset about him leaving, which is really what I'm going for. Ooh, Durnley, get in there. Come on. I'm happy that I found a spot on the left wing for Durnley to get in there. Now that puts he and Everest on the field at the same time, which I think gives me a little more threat in the wings, which is nice, and it takes some of the pressure off of wanting to have Ben Holmes out there all the time, who has been kind of hit or miss for me this season. Although Durnley's been a little hit or miss as well. Yeah, that was kind of crappy. Oh, shit. I missed his advice. Simon Ray has been just fantastic. I was upset that we dumped Dozil a little bit. I thought Robson was a good replacement. Simon Ray turns out has been a fantastic loanee out of Nottingham Forest. So that's been really pleasing. Ben Knight, I haven't been playing Robson as much as I want to, but Ben Knight in that defensive center, that center mid defensive role has been just an animal patrolling, and it's hard to keep Simon off. Hudson's been a goal scoring machine for us. He's really been the more effective of the two strikers. So he does drop deep and kind of acts in that other mid. So we end up with a 4-5-1 kind of in that off the ball situation, and then get a lot more into that 4-4-2 as we're trying to attack. Hopefully, the goal in this series here has got Bishop some. I'm looking for some confidence out of him. Ben Rivers in the midfield here. He's number 8, one of our former players. Maybe with more. Oh, come on, guys. That was just shitty. He knew he scored it before we got out of there. Oh, that's crap. I get the feeling we're going to seesaw our way around up here a little bit. I'm hopeful that we can continue to maintain our plate, our grasp on the top. See, all he had to do was put a foot out there. Pomeroy, disappointing. They're celebrating like a second coming there, but come on, guys, let's go. Let's get our act together. There we go. Everest out wide. Gets it in there. Bishop. Booyah! Bishop's got his goal-scoring boots on. Second goal. See, this is what I'm looking for from him. I like the fact that we've got some scoring going on from him. That just beauty goal hopefully has given him some confidence. Nice one in here from Everest. Ballsy header up there. Gets it on there. Drifts it into the back. So really glad that he's starting to come in, starting to reward some of my faith, and that striking partnership is starting to gel, which I like. So I'm enjoying watching the adjustments that we've made here. Oops, Simon Ray, get in there, come on. That was stupid. No reason to shoot there, guys. No reason to shoot whatsoever. Come on, let's clear this out. Let's get into the half here in decent shape, at least drawn up. Pomeroy, Bostic. Wow, that's great. Jesus, God. Anybody else want to take a shot at that? Rivers gets in there. No, I forgot. And we go down 2-1. That was crap. That was crap. Well, let's see if we can get into halftime now without too much more damage. And Sweeney goes in and fouls him. Just for sport. Come on. No, we're not going to get out there in time. Pomeroy. Okay, over the line. Let's get into the half here. Borthwick Jackson, get on for him. He's having a crap day. I do expect to see a better showing. Let's see what we can do here. It's nice to see Ben Rivers at least playing in League One. Come on, use some of that tackling talent there, Ben Knight. Okay, offsides. Fair enough. Durnley. Show us some of those beastie skills we love you for. Simon Ray. Durnley. I can't pull the trigger fast enough. Okay, well, let's see here. We'll substitute here in another 10 or 12 minutes. Durnley, come on. Get it across. Good idea. Weirdly late run, but good idea. Mings into Bostic here. Come on. Let's push them back out. Push them back out. Rivers making a run at there. Decent attempt on goal. Yeah. Those guys are a pain in my ass. Yeah. These are the kind of things we're going to have to suffer while he's on his uptick. Unfortunately, we're going to have to suffer some bad games from him as he's on his uptick. Well, we're scoring, which is way better than we've been last season. You know, we're able to keep the pressure on more viably here. Durnley, come on, get the ball back in there. Okay, we find Alexander-Arnold out there, finds Everest. Durnley catching himself back out onto his left wing position. Come on, guys. Okay, well, we gave up the corner. Bishop, get out there first. Come on. Damn it. Oof. God, he's having a great game, but he is dragging his sorry butt around the field, so we'll have to get him off. The little engine that is Simon Ray. Well, Ben Knight. Do we have a last-minute miracle in us? Come on, guys. Durnley. Get it in there. Robson. Yeah, decent idea. Bad execution. Well, we've played pretty evenly in here, so it's hard to complain that we haven't been in the game. It's a little shitty that we've given up the goals, but at least Bishop scored. Hopefully this is the sign of more things to come out of that, but unfortunately a 2-1 loss on the road at Kenilworth Road. Down to 9th. Well, we're not disconnected. We're only a couple points out. Okay, so not the end of the world. Not altogether exciting, but not the end of the world. So what do we have coming up? So we have Notts County, which is a winnable game. Barnsley, another winnable game. Northampton, one that we ought to be winning. Bristol Rovers, another one we should be winning, and we will finish up with Bristol Rovers in the Johnson Pate Trophy second round, another winnable game. So until then, guys, I will see you. Please do leave a like on the video if you like what's going on. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. Remember to check out Paul's series, Creating a Legacy with FC United of Manchester, and also do check out the podcast and the other stuff we have going around. If you got any thoughts or comments, please do hit me up on Twitter or leave a comment below and I will get back to you. Until then, guys, I'll see you next episode. Bye now.